Yo, what is good, everybody? We're back with another video. Today we've got a sweet video coming at you. We are basically taking these two tanks, these two separate 10 gallons. This one's super dirty, I know. I'm not cleaning it because of today's video. This one's pretty clean. Anyways, we're taking these two tanks, combining them into this 29-gallon tank right here. It's gonna be sweet. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. Quick little unboxing. Looks like we've got our filter. Comes with this thing. I don't know, I think it said on there. I think it's a filter, a heater. Obviously, it looks like a net. Oh. All right, first thing, got a thermometer. Second thing, it's a cord for our lights. Third thing, no clue. Let's see. Oh, I think this is our heater. It appears so. Big one, filter, big filter. Perfect. Looks like we've got some fish flakes that came with it. Probably don't need those. Setup guide. Oh, it comes with some water conditioner actually, which chlorinates the water. If you don't know what that is, and basically just makes the water safe for the fish. This is a heater instructions. And then we've got our net. And then, last thing, we've got our lid that has lights in it. Now, finally, last thing is the tank itself. Well, there's the unboxing. We're just gonna start setting stuff up. This is the gravel we're gonna be using. I'm in the tank. Got 50 pounds of it. It's I don't want to say river rock, but it's almost kind of river rock like. It's just kind of a like brownish gravel. We got 2 bags of that for it. Then we've got a few plants that we had already. We've got this little Area 51 thing. Let's get into taking those guys out and get them in their new home and kind of creating space. Not sure exactly how we're gonna do that, but we'll figure it out. All right, guys, so we're here. We're about to wash out the tank real quick, just rinse it out. Make sure if there's anything in there at all. Get it out, then we're gonna rinse out the gravel. The way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna just pour it into this bucket because my sink the bags are kind of too tall for the sink, and right now it's the middle of winter, so we don't have like a hose, or we can't do it outside because it's all snowy. So we're gonna pour like a bag into there and then just rinse through it, kind of sift it out a few times, and then switch to the other bag and then pour it into the tank, and we'll get it in place. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll be right back. Just gonna cut into here real quick. Short net. I think that's about all. And then set it here. Let it fill up, let the water run through it, and then it'll all kind of filter out. And then we'll do the same thing with the other bag, get them in there, get some water. Okay guys, so first things first, we've got this tank all rinsed out, we've got the gravel rinsed out. Now we're trying to make room to put the tank up here before we put the gravel in the tank, just because 25-pound bags, and it's much easier to put them in up here than lift 50 pounds plus the tank of gravel plus water. So what we're gonna do, I think, and what we've decided is that I'm gonna put the fish, I'm gonna scoop them up out of here and just put them in here. It's the same water, it's gonna be here, it's all like dechlorinated, same temperature. It'll be here for a while. They won't be here for very long. So they'll join in with Sammy, who they're about to live with anyways. So we're just gonna try and scoop them out of here. And then, there's one. That's easy. And we'll just pop them in here. And then we'll end up pulling them back out of there to put them in the tank. But it's just much easier to get rid of. Ooh, we got one. Thought you were about to get a twofer. It's much easier to have them all in one tank, just since that tank's going to go on here and both of these tanks are going to leave. And that tank's pretty big, so we're just making some space. So that's what we're doing. All right, guys, so we're just putting the first bag of gravel in here. We got it up on the grocer. Move the first 10 gallon out of the way. And so we're just putting this in now. All right, guys, so we just got the first bag of gravel in. We had two. We just got this in, and honestly, there's plenty. There's over an inch in the whole tank. A little bit more on this side, a little bit less on that side. And I kind of just like to do it like that. Anyways, we just put that in, and honestly, I don't think I'm going to use that second bag. I'll either save it or return it. But that looks like plenty of gravel to me. So we're only using one. And now we're ready to start actually getting some water in here. So I think that's what we're going to do next. Here's the first 5 gallons going in here. Well, there we go. There's the first bit. We'll, just keep on going. Second 5 gallon bucket. So there's 10 gallons in it. Complete. 15 gallons after this. Third 5 gallon bucket. So theoretically about half, but seeing as there's gravel in there and whatnot, a little over half. We're getting our bubbler running. We just buried the stone back there. It's, I don't know, a foot or so long. We've got our tube running up to our air pump. So we're plugging it in. There it goes. So that is our bubbler. I love the way these things look and what they add to a tank, just the aesthetics. I think it looks super good. All right, here we hit the 20 gallon mark. And for right now, this will be all we put in. Because then we're gonna see for the tank in the top, which I kind of briefed you guys on. Now what we're gonna do, so we're gonna leave that for now. That's 20 gallons. So double size everything was in before. We're gonna get a container. It's just like a plastic container. I've got it out in the garage right now. We're gonna cut it to size so that you can see perfectly in the window. We're gonna plop it right in here, drain the water right to the bottom. And then we're just gonna fill that with some reptile eco earth soil. So we're gonna put that in for him. Then we're gonna make a little ramp for him into there, and they can all swim around together. All right, guys, so we were looking at getting the filter going, but it doesn't have enough water right now. So we're gonna look at first, we're gonna kind of figure out, get the tank for the salamander for the top bit in, and see how much we can put in there or what we're gonna do about that. I do have another filter that doesn't need to be as high, so I may end up throwing that one in probably. But for right now, we've just got that in. We just threw that plant in. We just washed off all these other plants and little SpongeBob house and all other bit. So we're just gonna start kind of decorating and making the tank come to life, I guess. Alrighty, so it is looking awesome. Actually, we just got putting in all of the plants and whatnot we have. We just got kind of a little plant cove back over on this side, right back there. We've got a little SpongeBob house. And just kind of a little centerpiece, and then just some more plants with a little kind of wood log tree stump type of thing. So we actually reconnected the bubbler, so we're gonna plug that back in. All right, so we just plugged back in the bubbler. There it goes. It should be kind of bubbling right in front of the trees, or the plants. We put it back there, and then it kind of comes along as well. So that's just kind of a nice touch, I think. I love them in my tanks. I think the fish and salamander will love it too. So now it's time to start doing the salamander's top bit, and we're gonna make a little ramp into the tank as well. So we need to figure out how we're gonna do that and all our plans with that. So there we go. All right, guys, so here's what we decided to do. We've done a lot of kind of brainstorming and pre-ideas with the tank. We've got some setup right there with kind of what I talked about with that, and then the it kind of hanging below. But there are a few hiccups. So we like for the filter to work, the water has to be to a certain level, as well as there has to be kind of a hole in that. So we haven't completely figured it out yet. It's getting late tonight, so we're gonna call it a night. We filled it up the rest of the way just about with water. We're about to plug in the filter, throw on the lid, and we're about to add our conditioner and our quick start. I'll throw on the lid right now. And then we're gonna get our fish in here tonight. And I do believe that we'll figure it out for Sammy, our salamander, to get in here as well. Filter's going good. Lid's on. There's a little bit more. We might fill it up a smidge. We're gonna actually right now, I'll grab our water conditioner and our quick start. This is, I believe, 5 milliliters per 10 gallons. Yep. This is 30, so 15 milliliters.
What math are you doing? Oh, wait.
Correct math. Cap and a half of this. There's a cap. Filter will spread it around a bit. There's a half. Awesome. So there's our dechlorinator. They'll kind of start going around, dechlorinating all the water for them. And now we're going to do our EPI quick start. Shake, and I believe this is 10 milliliters per 10 gallons. Yep, so this will be 30 milliliters. So 3 capfuls. 1, 2, 3. And this basically, if you don't know what it is, it basically adds beneficial bacteria for the fish that help keep them alive, because when your aquarium is brand new, it doesn't have any of that beneficial bacteria that actually helps the fish and keeps them safe and healthy. So it adds that in so that you can add the fish instantly instead of having to wait and cycle the tank for it to be able to add fish. So yep, that is ready. We'll let it cycle. It's all supposed to be instant, but we'll let it cycle 5 or 10 minutes, and then we will throw the fish in. All right, guys, so I am back. It has been a while. It has been a couple days. There was a ton of thought going into the salamander, bit on the top where he could join the fish in the tank. It turns out I decided that that was not going to be the best move. I did do some more research on the salamanders, and I did learn that they are, although they do like water and spend a lot of time in the water and whatnot, they don't necessarily need deep water. They don't need to swim around a ton. And from the research I did, kind of what I have him in right now, just to soak in and kind of move around a little bit, is plenty for him. So as you guys did see earlier in the video, he was just on a lid. That was temporary. What we've done now is made him put a whole tub in them for him to dig in, with plenty of substrate, about 4 inches of substrate. And then we have filled up the rest of the 30 gallon, and we've just decided to keep them separate. I know that was the big thing in the beginning, to combine them. I was super excited for it, trust me, but it turns out like this is definitely gonna be the better thing. It's gonna be better for the tank and the lighting, and I think we're gonna be super hyped. And I do plan on in the future moving Sammy the salamander into a bigger 20 gallon poldolarium or terrarium, or I don't know what the fancy word is for like half water, half land. Anyways, that's our plan. So now I'm going to show you guys kind of what we've done. So the camera did die right before I put all of the fish in. So let me show you real quick. These are all of our fish that we've gotten. And I know it's kind of a surprise. Like, what are those two doing? Anyways, before we get to those, there's our 1 goldfish that we had, and our 1, 2, 3 baby rainbow trout that we had before. They are all in here, moved in here just fine. And then we did get a special trip to this pet shop, and we got a Blackmore goldfish, a calico fantail goldfish, and then we did get 3 gold white cloud minnows that are a top water, so they kind of fill in the top water. Now we've got a full tank. They have been in here about 3 days. All of the fish are doing great, not stressed. I did a water test earlier. All the water's pH levels are doing great. All the levels. are literally perfect where they right need to be. So everything is great in here. I have already gone and gotten a cleaner for this tank so that we can make sure we keep this tank super clean. But so I got this magnet cleaner. We've got our thermometers, perfect temper range. All that stuff is good. And then what we do have for Sammy is you can see he's climbing right there. We have this bin now, which we had the lid to the bin, so it's about the same area. But now we filled it with substrate. It's about 4 inches deep. He's got all the room in the world to dig. As you can see, he's up there. He gets to eat in the morning, so he's starting to get a little hungry. Anyways, we've got this. We've got the filter set up with the waterfall, kind of all this rocks. And then we do have these propped up so he can crawl around under there, which he loves to do. And anyways, he is still chilling right now in the 10 gallon. Like I said, 20 gallon will be coming soon, hopefully. All right, guys, so that is what we have. I know it was kind of a letdown of the video. We're trying to combine them. I was super bummed, trust me, but I do think that this is better. In the long run, we can end up putting more fish in here. We can get Sammy more personalized for what he needs, and it'll be super exciting. We still do have our beta fish. He's doing great. We've had him about 2 weeks now, I think. And so all of these things are doing great. We have had Sammy salamander about, I think it's coming up on 3.5, 4 years. And we've had the baby rainbow trout and the comet goldfish for about 4.5, 5 years now. So these guys are all thriving, doing great. They're loving their new tank. After all their time in the little tank, now they have upgraded. I'm super excited. They're super excited. Everything is awesome. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. We've got tons of stuff coming. What we're going to do next, I think, is we are going to show how to completely deep clean a tank. I left the tank out for like a month after having stuff in it. Let it get super dirty so that you guys can see just sitting. There's a bunch of algae, whatnot. We've completely deep cleaned it. We're going to edit that video, post it right after this one. Then we are going to get all of these fish. We're going to take them out, measure them, take pictures so that we can kind of compare their growth. I'm super excited to see that. And then we are as well, over here, little sneak peek, we are going to set up a glowfish tank, guys. So this is super exciting. We've got tons of stuff, everything to do. And I'm just super excited, guys. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.